Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Graesark Undercity blue side. It's zeetorq with a different name here as a Kommando Nob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Alongside, Sentinel as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. This is the Iron Warriors elite scheme recolored. And rounding off the blue team, Jumpers999 with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Some white scars. Yeah, ravioli's pretty good. I eat it out of a tin because I'm poor, but I'm not complaining. Red team, Zeno with another Force Commander, some good old Blood Ravens. Alongside here is Eerie, long-time player, dragged back into the Dawn of War 2 Warp Storm in 2020. Good to see. You can't escape it, buddy. Playing a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support. And rounding off the red team, eM7 is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a refractive shield. They are in the southwestern region up against Jumpers' Force Commander. There he is. Some posturing in the mid. I don't think anyone's shooting though. Where's the shooting? Sentinel wants to get a decap, fair enough. They're shooting in the northeast, there we go. Slugger's going to be tied. No, he's ignoring the Sluggers, the Force Commander. Typically you'd see them get battle cried and try and keep the tactical marines in play, but it's going straight for these shooter boys. It's a good stun bomb by zeetorq. Misses the Orks. And put the Force Commander in quite a lot of trouble there. Looks like he's going to be alright. They can now cap up these points. Here come the Eldar though. Rangers on the way for Eerie to help spot the sneaky commando. Maybe we'll see a scout sergeant as well. Got the Banshees. Destructor flies out and messed up those sluggers. I don't think they can stand against this now. zeetorq needs to back off. Commando can stick around. Annoy stuff. Oh wow, did he kill a scout from full health with a single burst of the twin link shooter? I think they did, and the Warlock gets the leap. He loves the leap, and you have to run away. Jumpers is pushed through. Not sure they're going to get a decap here though. Oh, Catechon's on the way for eM7. That refractor shield is up. Needs to try and tie up those tactical marines while these guys split and shoot when they can. Well-timed battle cry. Get some good disruption, and tactical marines, yeah, just need to get into melee with them if they can. Catechon's on their way. They do have power melee weapons, so they are a threat to the Force Commander in melee at low levels, and definitely the tactical marines. And they're getting pretty low here. Look at this. Needs to run them. Yeah. Get out of there, fellas. 490 to 500 very early on. The 2-to-1 cap for the red team. So some good pressure from Jumpers allowed them to get these contested points capped up. Might want to node this power. Meanwhile, northeast, Doombolts flies out. Scares off the Dire Avengers. I think they could have stayed in play there. They were behind some cover. Everything blobs up. And here come Assault Marines. They're going to get jumped, aren't they? Double CSM here for Sentinel and Eternal War on these guys. Look at this for a jump target. Destructor flies in, gets a jump on like 3 units, all blobbed up, and now the red team could just strolling alongside it. Talk about initiating an engagement there. Basically won them the fight, I think. Banshees looking for a target. Those shooter boys might be done for. They are done for. I think it was maybe an Assault Marine that got the last hit, and they can get through onto the power with Banshees here. They can get at least one generator. Even throw a grenade at it to speed it up as well. And I'm not sure why blue team didn't have this. I guess it was decapped at some point. Shotgun scouts. Can't knock over a Commissar when he's got his shield up. Here comes Aura of Discipline. Oh, it's double Catechons. Maybe we'll see some inspired determination play. These guys are terrifying when they're inspired, let's say, by a Lord Commissar in the right way. Aura of Discipline also suggests we're going to see Ogryns in tier 2. That pulse healing, as you can see, every few seconds. Well, 8 to 12 seconds, depending on how many models there are. I think the healing scales, depending on how many models are in the unit. So Ogryns with a few models will get a bigger heal. I believe that's the case. Double Rangers for Eerie. Lots of sniper shenanigans, and we do have a Scout Sergeant. What else we got going on in terms of war gear? The Aura of Discipline, we have Armor of Alacrity. There is quite a lot of ground to cover in the southwest of this map, so it makes sense. Gives that 0.5 speed passively, a little bit of health, and the sprint ability +2 speed. Scouts are in trouble. There we go. Catachans trying to get into melee where they can, but the battle cry special attacks are messing them up. Assault squad getting in there. That was a good grenade launcher. These guys should have got into melee with the assault squad there. As soon as they jump in, if you can keep your Catachans spread and like not get jumped at all, try and use something else as jump bait. Double Catachans going into melee with those guys, they're not going to survive very long. Look at this. 97 hit points, 3 models, and they get away. Blessed by the Emperor or something. Some kind of hacks going on. Lord Commissar gets his power sword. Even more threat to those assault marines now. Really surprised those Catachans didn't get in. That would have wiped them. I think that would have wiped those guys out. Looking at how little they had when they got away. Tactical marine does fall over. Falls over for the Emperor though. Rangers getting shots in, that must be so annoying. You can use Sigil of the Rift to try and mess with them. Or just teleport on them, but that puts the Sorcerer at risk. Sluggers do not have burners, they're noding up that power. Here's your jump. Heretics are there. Doom Blast was a little bit early. You want to try and have your Heretics completely in combat so that they hit the most models they can with their Doom Blast. These guys are really low. Lucky to get away with 3 models, I think. Maybe they won't. The Assault Marines are there. Don't think they can get to them. And stick bombs for the Commando, also getting sneaky infiltration kits. Got some Flamer Guardsmen having some fun with generators, making them explode in that. Look at the map right here. Really strong end to tier 1 for the red team. eM7 came up here to assist, and it was good timing. Jumpers was completely off the field, but now they do have time to retake the bottom. Maybe this has been noded. Getting their VP back, that's for sure. 368 to 461. Looks like eM7 is going to be the last player to go tier 2, getting double Catachans and a bunch of war gear and Flamer. Well, 1 piece of war gear. They did drop some of their guardsmen, I think. Yeah, look, I saw it on the radar. These guys, it might have been Sigil of the Rifted over there. I mean, they must have been. There's no other reason for them to be that close to base. Sorceress shenanigans. Here we see the Sword of Flame and some Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines with a ton of warp. Warp Vomit from a Weird Boy now. Got some Plague Marines up. Do we have a double Mark of Khorne? We do have double Mark of Khorne. When those sluggers get upgraded, here we go. They're going to have a pretty nasty melee force. There is a Force Commander up here though, so could respond with Thunderhammer. These Shooter Boys are done for. Who needs Shooter Boys? We've got Sluggers and we have a Weird Boy. Warlock taken out. The Commander uses his grappling hook and has an Orky shotgun. Can't quite see the Rangers though. Weird Boy on capping duty with some knockback and stuff. Force Commander gets in there. Used Battle Cry a little bit early, but does get at least 1 attack in and stops the cap. That's pretty good. Sorcerer now getting the Robes of Torment. Keep things in place for melee to get in there, I guess. Standoff in the southwest. Sergeant in for the Tactical Marines. Maybe we'll see some Stone Guard veterans. Dreadnought up for Zeno. Here we go. With an Assault Cannon. Lots of single target DPS. There we go. And that was 1 burst on the Sorcerer there. Falcon on the way for Eerie. Tank busters for zeetorq. The grenade is dodged, but it did stop the cap. What are you fellas doing? Some Tzeentch worship just in time to save them from a model loss maybe. These guys capping nice and fast. Sergeant up for the assault squad. About these guys. Zeno does not have a sergeant up yet. Teleporting in is the Force Commander with the Thunderhammer. Lord Commissar's not getting involved right now. There we go. He's got his Zeno's Power Claw. There's the Thunderhammer doing its thing. Battle Cry forcing special attacks, so you get these 360 knockbacks. Pretty crazy. Massive range on it. Also has a passive chance to knock back on its regular attacks. 15% as you can see there, which is pretty handy. Yeah, just tore through them. Ogren's up. Here we go. Can they make anything happen in this fight? Battle Cry's been used. Yeah, they would have torn through some Assault Marines if they stayed here. They did get 1. Wasn't the Sergeant though. Lord Commissar now chasing down some tactical marines. I think you could turn him fighting, fellas. He's pretty low. He's pretty low. You have a sergeant as well. Yeah, there we go. Survives, maybe? Barely survives. Ogrins now need to run away. That was a good aura of discipline heal, which may have encouraged them to stay, but they need to get out of here. This guy's going to battle cry again soon. And, oh, that's a good special. Yeah, they drop a model. This is not worth it, lads. Get out of there. And it delayed jumpers a bit. Oh, Bonehead Leader comes in, which might have saved that from being decapped, perhaps. Meanwhile, towards the northeast, we still have a weird boy. We've got some tank busters and tier 3 for zeetorq. Jumpers with a plasma cannon on the way. Double Plague Marines for Sentinel. You can actually support these guys pretty good as a sorcerer, teleport in behind stuff and then use warp to get them into nice positions, which they can struggle with. They're pretty slow. They have a missile launcher. Falcon for Eerie. Sentinel's forgotten about these guys. They are done for because those are Banshees. Uh-oh. They had Eternal War and Mark of Khorne as well. Don't think they had their aspiring champion. In fact, these guys don't either. Tier 3 also for Eerie. Big misplay from Sentinel. Oh, they put a generator here. Drop pod delivering some more Marines. Maybe they want some Stone Guard. We do have Stone Guard from Zeno. These guys can change their ammo types to combat all targets. Looks like they have their standard Kraken bolts loaded in at the moment to shoot heavy infantry with. There's Sigil of the Rift. Misses. Can't see the ranges, you see, so he's just trying to find them with that. Tank busters take a shot on the node. Looks like the sluggers are going in first. Mark of Khorne CSM meeting the assault marines. These chain axes are power melee weapons, so they will wreck the assault squad. Sluggers getting messed up, but they did draw a lot of fire. Mark of Khorne CSM did their job, got the assault marine out of there, but took a hell of a lot of damage. This guy's battle crying now. We lost the indicator for the Warlock, but he's getting stuck into some Plague Marines. Red team will retain the northeast. There's a plasma cannon up there now too. Flash kits for zeetorq on the way. More Plague Marines for Sentinel. Not sure about that, buddy. And I'm the biggest Nurgle fanboy. Also got a plasma cannon for jumpers, of course. Oh, messed up some catechins. Did it wipe them? I think that was a wipe on those guys. The other fellas are running away. Aren't Eldar great? Fire from 2 screens away. They're talking about the Rangers being used really well so far. Haven't really been touched very often. There's Sigil of the Rift again. Got a little power bash maybe. Flash kits with their snaz guns doing tons of piercing DPS. But we might see the blasters come into play. Tier 3 for Zeno. Tier 3 for jumpers. Oh, grappling hook. Gets the commando in there. He's got his Orky shotgun now too. 183 to 461. Big VP lead for the red team. Double flash kits now. There's the Chains of Torment. Stone Guard got wrecked. I think they're going to be okay. Yeah, Mark of Khorne CSM and upgraded sluggers in there. It was pretty nasty to have their aspiring champion now too. Can they get this dreadnought? Tank busters and triple Plague Marines would be enough, you would think. Warlock's had enough of this shenanigans. He's got his Witchblade of Pernus. Just saw the Ethereal Slash. We've also got Providence up. 1-to-1 cap. Good push by the blue team. Dreadnought is very, very low. Needs to like back the hell away, I think. Really needs to go away. There we go. Start walking, buddy. That was a warp vomit there to mess up the assault marines, and they are gonna get the VP. Maybe a power bash. They will bash power so quick with this. Or do they go for the dreadnought? Might be a bit far away to go for. Plague Marines are pretty slow. They're just going to power bash and power bash pretty well. Meanwhile, Jumpers has got the bottom sewn up for now. Thunderhammer is wrecking stuff, I guess. eM7 goes tier 3, but Jumpers is already there. And has some decent XP. Yeah, we've got level 2 Assault Marines. Lord Commissar. Oh, he's gone for Flak Jacket. Inspire Terror then. I'll try and execute some enemy units. Thunderhammer is so dangerous, messing up that entire blob of stuff. Lord Commissar barely gets in there. Gonna die to some tactical marines in melee now. Power armored elbows doing the job. They are gonna get their VP back, I think, but it's not gonna be easy. Needs to be using the catechins in melee a bit more, I believe. And it's tough when the Thunderhammer's around, but when it's not around, get those guys in there. These are Stone Guard veterans. But they're not using their Hellfire rounds, which they should be. I guess they were fighting the Lord Commissar, and Kraken bolts are actually best DPS against heroes. Sorcerer's up. Level 2. We have some Vanguard veterans for Zeno. They are blobbed up quite a lot over here, but I guess so are these guys, eh? Plasma Cannon gets a decent shot, kills a heretic. Stun bomb. Oh, and some friendly fire. What is this? Sigil of the Rift. Doesn't affect retreating units. Those guys do get away, but it got them off the field. And that friendly fire plasma cannon hit was awesome. Well, was awesome for the blue team. Triple flash kits for zeetorq. No blasters yet though. Here's your Ogrins. Up to 4 models with the bonehead leader is at the front there with the kind of half helmet on. Skull plate, whatever it is. They're going to rip apart a drop pod now. How tough are those Ripper guns? Pretty damn tough. Level 3 Force Commander. Ogrins don't like fighting him. Got to try and avoid the battle pro, but it's really tough. Once he teleports on you, what are you going to do? Got to try and shotgun him immediately. Won't be knocked over, but it does suppress him like that. Battle cry prevents the knockback. I mean, did as good as they could. Ogrins are not in the Thunderhammer's wrath, at least. And they got onto the Stone Guard. Or the Tactical Marines, rather. Where are the Stone Guard? They're at base. And got rid of them. Ogrins having a big impact here. Supported, of course, by the Aura of Discipline. 183 to 284. Blue team still hold the top. Sigil of the Rift again. Messing up the Plasma Cannon devs. Falcon has the shield up. Kicking off, is it? Vanguard veterans think so. They've gone in. Decent warp vomit. Sluggers getting messed up in the background there. Shot up by the Falcon. And down they go. Also a Warlock was in there. zeetorq had forgotten about the Sluggers. And we have some blasters. And that's a Terminator Force Commander. Power Fist doing some work. Triple. Is that quadruple Plague Marines? It is. Land Raider Redeemer now for Jumpers. Leman Russ for eM7. We have some Seer Council for Eerie. And here's your Terminator Force Commander. No weapon upgrade yet, but hey, he starts with a Storm Bolter and Power Fist. He's got some decent weapons. You don't need to upgrade that guy. Suppression immune, of course. Ogrins doing some decapping. Surprised they know how. Just stand near it, it seems to happen. So probably a Vanquisher, Leman Russ, especially when they see the Land Raider. If they do see it before they upgrade it. Is it blasters all around? It is. AoE psychic PvP damage weapon, so massive DPS or damage per shot, I guess, against heavy infantry. They'll do barely anything to vehicles though. Another Land Raider Redeemer, this time from Zeno. Everyone gets a Land Raider. Plasma Cannon shot misses, but they did get the decap. Stone Guard look a lot like regular Marines with the white scars scheme, eh? Yeah. Tough to tell them apart at distance. 135 to 250. Double cap here for the red team. It's a good push in the top. Uh-oh. Chaos Space Marines down to a single model. They're going to die. Not sure what's up with that. Is Sentinel just freeing up population here? Tank Busters also just willing to die. 112 to 250. Blasters doing their thing. There's a Dark Flames in there too. Some nasty AoE damage. What is that? Oh, Singularity. We have a D cannon from Eerie. It was completely avoided though, I think. So it's a lot of damage coming in from these fellas. Weird Boy can stun things as well. Look at that! Almost deleted those Stern Guard veterans. You need to try and jump them before your Stern Guard get into range. It's a tough thing to manage though. Land Raider of Jumpers is up. Are they taking it to the top? Not sure. Oh, we have an Executioner Lehman Russ. Good news for the Land Raider, I guess. Bad news for those guys. Stern Guard have their Vengeance rounds loaded in to combat the vehicle. And the Lehman Russ is pretty low. Vanguard veterans don't have their Power Fist though. But there's your Land Raider with a multi-melter on top that's going to take care of the Lehman Russ, I think. Can it turn quickly enough? Oh, it gets it down. I think the Vanguard veteran's got it. Power melee on rear armor will get the job done eventually. Lord Commissar runs away. Ogren's trying to get in on the Land Raider. There's your frag assault. They're taking so much damage here. This thing acting as a mobile base for your team. You can retreat to it, reinforce off it, and get inside it to escape scary things. Chains of Torment. Why are you not shooting the central mass, Mr. Force Commander? Not interested. Commando using the grappling hook for mobility there. I'm not sure what he's up to. He's up to something. Another Lehman Russ for eM7. 4 flash kits for zeetorq. Who needs tank busters? Get in there, git finders. Terminator getting all aggro, using his teleport because he knows he can retreat. He's a cheater. Jumpers has some Vanguard veterans now. We saw earlier take down the Lehman Russ. Or at least help to. Force Commander getting wrecked by the blasters. Actually loses commander armor once he gets the Terminator stuff on. Goes to heavy infantry actually. Which is a little bit weird. But he does get a ton of health. Some stormtroopers on the way for eM7, most likely with anti-armor kit, I would think, to help deal with the Land Raider. Vanguard veterans being counter-initiated by Ogryns. Where's that frag assault? Has it been used already? Some help now from Zeno. But here comes Sentinel as well. Oh, everyone's down here from the blue team. Big old fight going on. Subjugated Vanguard veterans now. Decent barrage. Is this a Eldritch? No, it's a Singularity. It's a pretty good one. Don't think it actually killed a model, but did a lot of damage and chucked stuff around. Everything felt strangely silent after that D-cannon for a second. Here's your Lehman Russ. Looks like it has Vanquisher. Yep. Scary weapon. 48 to 204 blue team with the 2-to-1 cap. That could have been a really nasty shot if those guys weren't moving. Are they going to get away? I don't think they are. One more burst from the Dreadnought might do it. Looks like the Terminator Force Commander got the last hit maybe. Some CSM now from Sentinel. Big running battle down here. The Warlock's gone mental. Providence is up. Also has the warp throw now. Land Raider of Jumpers is here, but what about Zeno's Land Raider? It's gone to the top. Oh, there's an Orbital. Orbital from Zeno. And a Rocks from zeetorq. Crazy stuff. Madness. Looks like the flash kits avoided the worst of it. The Land Raider's fine as a rocket run now. What are you doing, Ogryns? You need to run away so fast. Did they survive? They did not survive. Vanguard veterans are also going to die if they're not careful. Maybe they'll make it out of there. Some subjugated Vanguard in the background. Absolute madness. Sorcerer going back to the Sigil of the Rift now. You can freely switch between war gear that you've already purchased. It takes around 20 seconds though, I believe. Okay. Blue team remarkably unscathed because of the Land Raider support. That's a Singularity though. I think they moved far enough away. Oh, the Weird Boy didn't. But they're grabbing it. They're grabbing the VP. They're down to 48 of them. And we have 5 flash kits for zeetorq. 4 of them with blasters. Decent barrage. Can they deal with this dreadnought? He's been pretty good. Level 3 with the dark age of technology. But that's a lot of missile launchers from those plague marines. Just infested missiles getting in there. Down it goes. And they can all retreat back to the Land Raider now. Job done. Massive amount of pressure here from the blue team. All because that Land Raider is in play. They really need to try and get onto it with an Eldritch or something. It's going to be tough though. Too much stuff they've got to get through. Good grief. Things being destroyed left and right. Grenades going off there. Yeah, what did the Stormtroopers get? They did get the anti-armor kit. Where are they though? They be running. Oh, well placed. Sigil of the Rift. Getting the D-Cannon into trouble. See a Council with Distortion Field on them. The D-Cannon did escape, I think. For now. But they can't really get onto the Land Raider for now. See a Council getting wrecked. And down they go. We do have 2 D-Cannons for Eerie. And they have tons of resources as well. Maybe they sent the Seer Council to die to free up some population to get fire prisms or something. Fire prisms would really help against all of those flash kits, but look what you got to deal with. A teleporting force commander with Power Fist takes out the Leman Russ. You have to deal with that. You'd have to deal with all these Plague Marines. It's tough. Blue team are going to get the VP again. Looks like they've given up on the northeast. You need your Land Raider down there, I think, guys. Zeno has a tank up here. Both the D cannons are up here. No point having to contest it if you don't have your natural. Something's going for this natural. It's the Terminator Force Commander. The Commando's here. With booby traps. Should be able to get a decap, I think. Can they avoid the stun bomb? They can. Smack. Gut punch with a Power Fist. Got to be pretty painful. Eldritch on the Plague Marines. That might have been a waste. Because that Land Raider is still down there. Still on the VP, basically. 1-to-1 cap. Lord Commissar's got to level 4. Haven't seen them used Inspire Courage. It's Inspire Terror, sorry. It's always tough for me to spot in a big 3v3. Don't have the energy to use it right now. Sigil of the Rift. Getting the Warlock into trouble. And then he gets chained. How was he knocked out of the chain there? 48 to 111. Vanguard veterans just have the freedom to jump pretty much anything, knowing that they can retreat back to the Land Raider. That was a rocket run there. Looks like it was mainly dodged. Did some friendly fire, I think, against the Stormtroopers. 47 to 111. These guys need to go down there. I mean, they don't want to leave it completely undefended, but you've got to bring the Land Raider down. This is where the action is. They can't get onto this thing. Eerie needs to purchase something. The eM7 doesn't quite have the requisition to get something. You may be better off just sacrificing your Dire Avengers at this point. And, get an avatar or something, maybe. Something to soak up the fire, get close to the Land Raider. It's going to be so tough, though. Tank is up here, Land Raider's still up here. Leave something and come down, says eM7. Says he's waiting for the Force Commander. So maybe the Force Commander's going to be left here. It's a pretty good brawler. And bring the other stuff down. They still have this gen now, maybe not. Somehow still have that generator. Do all the flash kits have blasters now? Of course they do. And level 3, level 3, level 3, level 2. Pain, it's pain. 32 to 79 on the VPs. Okay, Predator tank, Stern Guard, Vanguard have jumped off weird boys. Some scouts on their way down. I think they're going for this VP, yeah. Got some sneaky rangers going for it too. There's a Marco Tzeentch Chaos Predator there. Booby trap. Hit that booby trap, zeetorq. There we go. Those guys weren't level 3. They might have wiped them out. Down goes one of those squads. I think it's worth losing the rangers to get the decap here. They got the decap. They got it. Stern God could come in and try and take it faster too. But the rangers need to stop capping or they won't be capping. There we go. Now the Stern Guard are capping. Looks like they're going to get it, at least for us. Oh. At least for a while. Down goes the Chaos Predator. Nicely done by Zeno. Hunted it down there while I was watching the VP. So everything turns around. But they got it. Thankfully for the Stern Guard, the flash kits weren't close enough to unleash their horror. There we go. Scouts have to flee. Terminator Force Commander takes down the other Force Commander. Stern Guard can't take those shots for too long. The other Force Commander is there somewhere, yeah, running away. 9 to 58, 2 to 1 for red. And they're getting a decap here. That might be enough. There's the double cap. Red team have it at the end because of the natural VP play then from Zeno and Eerie. Well done, fellas. Blue team were a little bit slow to react to that. Maybe they thought the tank had it handled. But then a Force Commander showed up and stuff with Terminator armor on. It was a hell of a game. Very, very fun fights at the bottom. zeetorq had a level 4 Commando. Level 5 Sorcerer from Sentinel. Jumpers was level 6. Was trying to get the Thunderhammer back out before he went down. Zeno with the Terminator Force Commander doesn't have levels. Level 6 Warlock. And a level 4 Commissar. Had Catechins at the end. Fought it to the last. And red team got it. Clutch play at the end. Well done, fellas. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.